So I don't know if y'all will read the full conversation or whatever, but apparently this person here is 14, right? And they are a light skin. That's what they said, right? And of course, jumping to the first thing to insult me, they were like, "Oh, you nappy headed," you know? And I'm thinking like, that's interesting. You use the word nappy because I feel like everybody by now knows that nappy is like a negative word to say, regardless if you're black or not. And we all know that when they say nappy, they are just referring to like 4C hair, like thick 4C hair, not the loose curls, right? Which I assume this light skin has, right? So it's just like interesting to me because I feel like when I was growing up, I never used this word. Even when I was older, I never called anybody nappy. I never described my own hair as nappy, even though I do have thick 4C hair. I've never been like, oh, like my hair is so nappy today. My hair looks so like I've never said that about myself or somebody else. I would always say like my hair is tangled. My hair is a bit like messy right now. Like, there's a whole bunch of knots in it. But I never said like nappy in my entire life, right? But of course, all these kids get on the internet, they learn these words, they start saying it, and it also depends on like where you grew up, like the area, who you're around, because these kids could probably just be hearing this from their own family members, from their friends at school, blah blah blah. So I don't know. I've just never used the word nappy, right? And then you're saying you only used it just to describe messy hair. You shouldn't be using it at all. But like I would say you are a colorist based on like even the other stuff you said. And the fact that you had to mention that you're light skinned. Nobody fucking asked about if you're light skinned or not, right? But it's just so interesting how like literal kids, children, early teenagers, they're like saying stuff like this on the internet. Because I'm like, do y'all just like live on the internet or something now? Because I remember when I was a teenager, I had like 10 million hobbies. I was playing my fucking Xbox, my fucking Nintendo DS. I was not on TikTok like saying like stuff about people in comments and stuff like that. So it's just interesting. I don't know who the fuck is raising these kids these days, but in my opinion, even when I have my own daughter, son, whoever the hell, I'm literally gonna teach them to not call anybody nappy headed, not say that word at all. Because when I was growing up, that's what my parents taught me. They taught me like everybody's hair is beautiful. We're all black. You need to love everybody. We're all equal. Like, that type of thing. And then it gets into the detailed characteristics about how we are treated as black women specifically, right? But early on, I'm just here thinking like, oh, everybody's hair is beautiful. Everybody has their own type of hair, their own color, style, blah blah blah. I'm not looking at anybody when I was 14 saying, oh look, they got nappy hair, because you know damn well you do not be using the word nappy to describe white people hair. You literally only say that about black people, you know